Oh, did you hear that crunch? Well, howdy doody dangly folks, hope you're doing alright. Welcome to another Taste the World playlist video. This is the third one I think. We did the Battenberg cake, we did the bao buns, and today we're doing something that I've asked you guys to help me pronounce because I know I'll get it wrong. I put a poll up on my Twitter, it's actually on for a day. I only wanted to put it on for an hour. At the moment, we are making falafel. I sometimes call them falafel. You know what I mean, yeah? So this is kind of like a Middle Eastern recipe. Maybe that is where I'm heading today. I don't think it's going to be anything too specific because they're from like Egypt and Lebanon. They could be Lebanese. Yes, let's go with Lebanese. And in fact, we do have a lot of falafel from time to time. We might even have some in our fridge right now. Yeah, we do. The kids, Mrs. Barry and the kids particularly, I don't mind them, absolutely love them. These are some Mediterranean ones with parsley in it. But I want to try and take it a little bit whole hog, make it fresh. You're going to fry them. I didn't actually know they're fried, and then we'll serve it in a pita bread at the end. Now, what I'm going to be using today is not fava beans. Did I say father? Fava beans, Silence the Lamb Star. Oh, no. We're using garbanzo, aka chickpeas. Much more easier for me to say chickpeas. These aren't dried ones. These are ones from a tin that were soaked in water, so they came in the water like you do normally when you buy tuna in water and brine and all that stuff. And I've just completely drained them off in a sieve like that. Apparently, if you want to be even more authentic, you buy the dried chickpeas, soak them overnight, and then drain them off. I actually think this is going to be all right. But yeah, look, there's not much water coming out of them anymore. So come on, let's falafel your boots with tasty recipe-ness. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is take our drained off chickpeas and whiz them up into like a puree pasty kind of thing, which is basically what this whole recipe is. It's like a puree pasty thing that turns into a fritter, and that is not a bad thing. I'm going to be using this small food processor, so the chickpeas might need to be done in batches. This is going to go everywhere, isn't it? Oh no, not too bad. Okay, yeah, now it's going everywhere. Right, I reckon I'm going to do it in thirds. See that? Pasty. There we go. Yeah, that's proper dried out now. It's like scraping the Sahara Desert out of my food processor. Nice. Well, I'm just going to repeat that with my other bits. There we go. Look at that. Don't think it's the most appetizing thing, though. Needs flavour, mate. And flavour it we shall, right, boy? Are you eating a chickpea? Yep, we're going to add in herbs and onion and some garlic. And for the garlic, you don't need one of these. Although it's blooming cool. Our little puppy food processor, is going to do all the work. So my garlic cloves can just be rough, and my onion, I'm just chopping it into just rough chunks like that, just to help the processor. Stick it all in, hopefully it will fit. It should be alright. There's so many gaps of air in it that once it whizzes up, it'll be fine. Love that. So there's enough level in there now to stick some herbs in. So this is a rough handful of parsley. I'm going to shove it right in that corner there. And another handful of coriander. This is like stalks and all, okay, folks? Hopefully this should blend it together as well. Ta-da! And we'll just push. Wow, that is a really bright mixture. The herby onion garlic mix in there. It smells really good. It doesn't smell garlicky at all. I'm actually really excited about the freshness of this. I think the ultimate test is going to be with the kids. When they come home, I'm going to let them try one, see what they think. But just mixing this together now. Okay, hopefully you can see from the texture of that, it's quite moldable. This isn't really a good angle to show you that, but we can dry it out if needs be with some flour. We're going to put some in anyway, but if you find your mixture still wet, I would suggest adding more flour. I'm saying suggest because I've never done this before. It just should work. I really wanted to add some fresh chilies to this, but instead we're going to give it a little shimmy of cayenne pepper. This is some cumin, so a little bit more on that. A bit of salt, and then 1, 2. Let's go with 3 tablespoons of flour first of all, and we'll just push this in, and hopefully you can see even the powders, like the ground cumin and the cayenne, will sort of dry it out a little bit as well. Definitely dried it up a little bit. It's still a teeny bit moist, so I'm going to add maybe 2 more tablespoons of flour. Apparently what you want is a really nice golden outside and a sort of fluffy middle, so I'm kind of keen to keep it Yeah, I don't want it to be too dry. I don't want it to be brittle. I don't want to make it feel like I'm eating a bag of stones or something. Not that I do that, but you know what I mean. There we go, that feels, yeah, I like this. You can see how I sort of move it and it stays there, so I can shape it well. So let's get all these traces of flour merged in. Hey Amy, I know what you're thinking lying down there. Yeah, you're hot in this kitchen, but no. You're thinking, is that it, Barry? Is that it? It's no. Believe it or not, that is not it. Apparently, when we fry it just beforehand, it's good to add in some raising agent like bicarbonate of soda or baking powder or both. But only do that towards the end if it just sits there for like half an hour. Then you get your oil ready. It's not going to have the same effect. So I'm going to get my oil on for frying first. We'll add that in and then we'll make the balls. All right, we want a nice big old frying pan for this. Safety first. All right, this is starting to get nice and hot, and we can test that it's ready by putting in a piece of bread, and if it starts to fry and lightly brown on the outside, we know we're at a good temperature. You could use a thermometer. That would be sensible. Or we could use some of our battery dough. Is it batter? Is it dough? I don't know. I don't know dough. It doesn't really matter. It's going to work. It's going to be fine. The only problem I've got personally is that Mrs. Barry, it's the last day at school today, summer holidays before the kids break up. Kitchen towel was used extensively this morning for something. So I don't have kitchen towel once they fry. I'm going to be draining them off on a wire rack on a kitchen tray thing. So don't have to do that. Use kitchen towel. I think it will do the job though. There's our baking powder and bicarbonate of soda. So we're going to mix this in. So that's going to really help it sort of pop in the fryer. So we should hopefully now, just while the oil's finishing warming up, just see if we can shape it into a ball. Just a little courtesy notice, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that button to keep in touch with all the latest videos. I do 2 videos a week here on the channel. Sometimes they're wacky, sometimes they're informal or formal, educational. I'm going to take an ice cream scoop. Oh, can we shape this into a ball? Oh yeah. There, it's kind of like a ball, isn't it? I quite like the idea of making them flat, actually, like burgers. I'll leave that up to you. All right, let's just turn the camera on. I didn't really want to show that step because I didn't think I'd be able to turn the camera on or off. But basically, I've just made about 12 table tennis size balls. And as you can see, it's fun. Have some flour to hand if you want. If your hands get too wet, I should have used a bit more of it. Like that, into a ball, down on your tray. I'm going to use this one to test me oil. I have to turn the camera off with my tongue. Or my elbow. So I just leave it running. Like Truman Show. Alright, let's test the oil. Oh, that's looking good. Can't really see what's going on. Oh yeah. Alright, cool. So this is my test one, which is turning into a normal one. Look at it, it's getting brown that side. See the brownage? Now the contrast in my camera is a little bit bumped up, so you can't really see how brown this is that well. But I think what I'll do is I'll fry a few more and then get a little close-up in a minute with my sexy lens. There we go, that's a bit better. If I just bring it close to you. Right, gonna improvise. Change my lens focus and stick it down on my temporary tray thing. So I've got my little chopping board there, a little closer. I'm gonna add in 4 at a time, I think. Just that's enough for me to keep my eye on it. So I've got 3 batches of this to go. And I can't tell you, this smells so fresh in here. Oh yes, this is really fun. I normally hate frying, but this feels so fresh, it feels nice. It feels like healthy frying. It doesn't feel like I'm frying a big sugary donut. Yeah, excuse the bit of a bodge on the tray. That's the last one I've done there, you see that? Oh, once they dry out a little bit from the oil, it's looking good. In fact, let me just take this one. Oh, did you hear that crunch? Oh, it's soft and fluffy in the middle. Ah, nom 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 nom. Crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the middle. Oh, there's just enough crunch. Still warm. Oh, that's delicate. Fresh. A little spank of heat in there, not too much. Right, I'm going to serve this up in a pita bread with some special stuff. So just some basic food prep. This is a cucumber. I'm halving half a cucumber, scraping out the seeds in the middle with a spoon. Cut but hold it together. I'm just gonna make some little chunks like that. Tomato, even easier. This is a big old beef tomato. I'm just gonna take some nice thin slices out of it. With the onion, find the stumpy bit there. slice down. I've done that quite rough. But then you can just slice down like that. In this bowl goes some plain yogurt, 150 grams. And this, as I open the jar, is something called tahini. See that? The jar is just over 150 grams, so I'll take a little bit out of it. And you just mix these two together, and you've got like a yogurt sesame dressing. I'm just adding some lemon zest to give it some boost. Mix that through. I'm ready to serve it in some warm pita breads. I'm really, really hungry. All right, so this might not look the best, but I've got my pita bread that I've just warmed up in the toaster. It's so nice in there. It's like a sauna. Cool. We're gonna take that tahini yogurt lemony mixture and sort of use it as, I guess, the lubricant for this whole thing. So gonna get a good amount in there, pat it down a little bit so hopefully it'll cling the top. Oh, there we go. Gonna shove some lettuce in, a few chunks of cucumber, red onion, some tomato, oh my gosh. And of course, the falafel. Oh, that's enormous. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna pick that up. But you can see, obviously I'm doing it like back to front because I'm trying to do it upside down looking at the camera. You could make that look amazing. And hopefully, which is the most important thing, it should taste delicious. I posted this poll 2 hours ago and still falafel is the leader. So hopefully I've pronounced that right throughout this video. It doesn't matter. Let's just all get along in the world of like food pronunciation, all right? It's all about this though, oh my gosh. What I like about that is that's really wholesome and filling. This is a delicious vegetarian, actually it's vegan. It's vegan. I can't believe it. It's not about me though. The true test is when the falafel masters get home from school in just a little jiffy. So we'll see what they think. But if you have a recipe from anywhere around the world, a part of this playlist that you'd like to see me do let me know down below or on your social media platform of choice and I'll add it to the to-do list. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Falafel or falafel?
Falafel. 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 Falafel.
Mange, family. Mange.
These are the biggest falafels I've ever seen.
They're like meatballs, aren't they?
Go on.
Just rip it open.
Just a rip.
Yeah.
Ooh, lovely green texture. Colour.
All right, calm
I'll
down.
try a bit of yours. I
Gordon
don't want to
Ramsay.
break one in half of them.
What are we thinking?
Wow.
They're actually quite
They're
nice.
good.
What do
Normally
you mean,
when
actually quite nice?
I break them in half.
I wasn't expecting them to be this nice. This is one of your nicest foods.
Thanks.
Oh wow.
Good? All right, cool. Job done. Get everyone, say everyone, try it.
Try it!